What's up everybody, it's Replay here, welcome back to another video. Now in this video, it is actually a helpful video for people who are thinking of starting Apex, which, cough cough jai, if you're watching this, get Apex, yeah. But this is just my opinion of the ranking, like my ranking of every character in this game. Because every characters obviously have their own skill level, their own mobility, and their own ultimate and passives, and there's just a lot of factors that weigh into the actual game, which all of them can be helpful and affect your gameplay. So I'm just gonna go down every ability and say which characters are from the worst to the best. Enjoy. Right, at spot 11 is Watson, whose passive ability, which every character has one, is if she has an ultimate accelerator, which is something you can use to charge your ultimate 30%, but for Watson it actually gets her ultimate instantly, which I believe is very helpful, especially for early game, because you can just instantly get it. Also, her passive also, if she's standing near her ultimate, it charges her ability tactical up faster, which is actually like electrical fences, which are probably the least useful thing for skilled players, because unless you're like a noob and you're not going to run straight into it. And her ultimate charges shields up slowly and makes grenades as thermites, arc stars, and frag grenades unable to be in a close proximity to it, which I believe is helpful in some cases, but it just takes way too long, and you have to have like the perfect angles to put everything, and it's just not that good in my opinion. So that's why Watson is at spot 11. Right, so at spot 10 it is Krypto, who is an all-rounder. Like, he's fast, he's mobile, he's easy to use. It's just, you need to be in the perfect spots at the perfect times to use his ability, which is his tactical, which links to his both passive and ultimate, which I think is a fatal flaw in his gameplay. So his tactical teammates and Krypto can see what his surveillance drone sees from a 30-meter distance, I think that it is. And his tactical is just his drone, and his ultimate is a giant EMP, which I think is why he's at number 10 spot. It only takes 50 shield. If it did like 50 shield and 50 health, that would be good. But since it's only shield, it is a massive flaw. Cause even if it's 50 shield, make it at least 100 shield to instantly break their shields. Cause if you go around a corner with his drone, EMP them, and they have gold, it literally takes them like 3 seconds to shield back up. There is no point in it. So that is why Krypto is at number 10 spot. Now at number 9 spot is Mirage, who I think is one of the funnest characters to play. In my opinion, he is just all around good at mobility, and he is not easy to hit, but he doesn't have the low profile annoying thing that most of the other characters have, like Pathfinder or Wraith or Lifeline for that fact, or even Watson, where if it's harder for them to hit, but it takes 5% damage, so they get hit 5% more than other characters. And Mirage is just one of the funnest characters, because even if, like, his passive, where you can, when you get knocked, you are invisible for about 5 seconds, I think it is, and it is just so good if you can just quickly go around a corner and then you can self-res, or you can go around a corner and then your teammates can block the door and quickly res. Like, it's so good. His tactical, which he throws a decoy, and if an enemy shoots it, it shows where they are, like the little symbol where they are. Yeah, I think that's actually really good. But most people are used to it now, which doesn't make it good. When he first came out, I'd put him in the number 5 slot. But now he's at number 9, mainly because of his ult, which most people can tell because they've actually nerfed it, so it has a little trail which most people can see, and also Krypto and Bloodhound can scan him, which is really annoying. So that is why he's at number 9. At number 8 spot is Octane. Do not get angry at me, Joey, if you're watching this. He is just, his passive, which makes him heal like over time, it's very slow. If it was just like every second he'd heal, it would be good, but it's every 2 seconds he heals the tiniest bit, which is just too slow. It would literally take a full minute to heal from his stim, which damages him, which is his tactical, which makes him gain 30% faster, makes him go 30% faster than other legends, which I believe is good for escaping, especially with his ult, which is the only reason he is not at number 10 spot. His ultimate he will throw down a jump pad, which makes him and his teammates jump really far, and if you jump as you hit it, you will go flying, and that is a really good escape, and it can be really helpful to get high ground, which is a key aspect to playing Apex Legends. So that is why he has a number 8 spot. Next, at number 7 spot is Bangalore, whose passive, if you aim and shoot at her, she goes up really fast, like 20% faster than she usually does, which is really good if she's trying to run away. And her tactical is also very good in that manner, because she can throw down smoke and cover her and her allies. If she's trying to res or something, that is very good. But it is very easily seen through when it goes away, and when it's starting to appear, it is very easy to see through at different angles. Her ultimate is just a poor Gibby ripoff, in my opinion. It is just, by the time all of the missiles go down, which is her ultimate, a lot of missiles go down, and it takes them like 5 seconds after they land to blow up, everyone in the proximity is gone. No one's going to get hit from it, unless they're battling and unless they're knocked. So it's just a poor Gibby's ult, which is why she's at number 7 spot. Now at number 6 spot we have Caustic, whose passive is very good in some cases. He cannot get damaged, and he can run perfectly through and see through his own Nox gas and enemy Nox gas. So even if you run through enemy Nox gas, it will not harm you one bit, but it will still harm enemies. But if it was like a team thing, he could help them through it. That would be much more helpful, which is why he's this high in the list. But it's also he's this high in the list because of his gas traps, which is his tactical, and he can place up to 6. So he can literally place 2 on nearly every entrance of a building, which is a really good aspect in the final game scenario. Also, something that's really good if like a full squad is rushing him, is his ultimate, which he can throw down a canister and it will just explode of Nox gas, and it will just keep doubling their damage. So start with 1, then 2, then go up and up and up until they're eventually dead. But I think it stops at like 8 or 10. I think it stops at 10 damage, because imagine if it could go like double all the way up. That would be insane. And his fortified passive, or I don't know really what to call it, makes him so he's a lot larger, of course, so he's a bigger hitbox, but he takes 15% less damage than like the normal character, which is, I say, a key really good if in open, when he's in like gunfights, which is why he's at number 6 spot. Now at number 5 spot is Gibraltar, who is another fortified character. There are only 2, hopefully more to come, where he can take 15% less damage than most characters. Now his passive is just a gun shield, where when he aims in, he has a giant shield which covers most of his chest and most of his body as well, which is really helpful in gunfights, like long ranged. But most people are immune to that, so it's not really helpful anymore, and it's also so easy to take down. But his tactical ability, he throws down a dome shield, and it can, hence the name, create a dome which cannot be destroyed. Can I point out, is not able to be destroyed. It can block anything, but enemies can go through it. So, and it is very easily visible, so it is not the best. Now his ultimate is basically, I say, one of the best in my opinion, right after Caustic's, I believe, which is why he's at number 5, like one of the only reasons. He throws down his ultimate in a large circle. It can basically just hit, like, it hits everyone in a close proximity to him. So if he saves that for last circle, like in an open area, basically everyone's gonna die, because it does like 70 every hit, and it's really overpowered, which is why he's at number 5 spot. Now at number 4 spot we have Pathfinder, whose passive is there are relay survey beacons around the map, randomly located, I believe. I'm sorry if that's incorrect, I cannot remember. He can scan where the next ring will be, which is very helpful in late game, because it is really hard to tell if you need to start placing your caustic traps or Watson traps or whatever you have, start fortifying for a big fight, or start moving and need to start fortifying there. So that, I believe, is one of the best passives in this game, followed by race, which I'll explain later. His tactical, which is a grapple, which he can grapple really far if you can use it right. It is very helpful to get out of situations like gunfire if you're rushing someone who you think is one tap, but his entire squad has just come to back him up. You can quickly get out there and go back to your squad and heal. It is very helpful. And his ultimate, he shoots a giant zipline, well, not giant zipline, just a zipline to basically any area around the map in a certain range, which is, I believe, very helpful to get from and to areas in quick paced. It is very helpful, so that is why he's at number 4 spot. I can't remember. Right, so at number 3 spot we have Bloodhound, whose passive is he can see basically anything from people moving around, like footsteps, people killing other people, like death symbols, and even from picking up weapons. He can basically see anything that's happened, and he can see when it's happened, which is really good in late game. His tactical Eye of the All-Father lets him see through walls and in front of him, which is very helpful late game. So he's a very late game character and very helpful, which his allies can also see. And Beast of the Hunt, which makes him run 30% faster, and it also lets him see through smoke, through caustic gas, and gets highlights them in bright red from very far away, like you're looking for a digital threat scope, which is, I believe, very crucial to late game and very helpful if you're trying to escape. And it also was buffed recently, so I believe that is why Bloodhound is at number 3 spot. Now at number 2 spot we have Wraith, which I know most of my friends will be confused about, since I main Wraith. I, aka, not really, love her. She is amazing, she's godly, and she's just an overall good character. You're in a battle, you can just phase and quickly run away, but it is very obvious where they're going. Her passive, which is probably the best passive in the entire game, I believe, is voices. She can hear actual voices saying someone is aiming in on you, like with a sniper, and then you can quickly phase and then get into cover if you can find where they are. It is very helpful, especially late game with snipers. But her ultimate, she places a portal from one area and then she can place it to another area in a specific range, can I add, so it is not endless. And she can easily get damaged, and she cannot shoot while she is using her portal, and other people can use her portal, which is why she's at number 2 spot. Also because it lasts for 60 seconds, which is very, very not that long. Now at number 1 spot we have Lifeline. Lifeline is just an overall good character to have on a team. She's crucial, she's just good, and she's just a completely team player. Her passive, I believe she has 2. When she is reviving a teammate, she blocks up I believe, nearly 180 degree shield, which is unbreakable. So you're gonna have to rush really fast through the shield before she can hit a res. And her res revives are 50% faster, I believe, than normal revives, which is very helpful. And she also heals 25% faster than normal people. So say if you've got a golden shield which has fast heals, can I add? She can basically use a shield cell, which is small shield if you don't know, in basically just like 1 second or less. It is very helpful. But her tactical ability, her dock drone, she throws it down and anyone can use it, even from enemies to your entire squad can use it, but it has a specific health given time, not just a time, a health time, so the drone can give a specific amount of health. Yes, so it is very annoying, but yes, it is very helpful in late game, because if you're camping an area, you throw down the drone, you're constant healing, even if you're just not even moving, it can stretch to a long range, which is very helpful. And her ultimate, which she drops in a supply drop, which drops in, I believe, in my opinion, 90% faster than a normal airdrop, which is unbelievable, honestly. It's just unbelievable how fast it drops in. Which you can also get, like, Krabers, which is the best sniper in the game, Mastiffs, which is the best shotgun in the game, and L-Star, the worst LMG in the game. Lol. But you can get basically any of those guns and a big variety of things, like golden staff, but you could also get just shield cells and mags and barrel stabilizers. It honestly is a big variety, which is why she's at #1 spot. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like and subscribe, and next season, which is in 27 days, I shall be making some more content, like a lot more. I know I haven't been making much content lately, and it's been a bit annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna next month, when in February, I'm gonna be trying to smash out a lot of content. But I'm not really making much content other than just the casual stream. I'm not making any videos. So I hope you've enjoyed, and like always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
This is where it ends.